I've always been into sports. So when I could see, I used to play baseball and basketball. I like to play with the boys when they played because there were more competition. And my favorite mode of transportation was running. And I thought I wanted to be an art teacher for elementary school, a physical education teacher. And when I got blind, I thought all of that was over with. And in 1986, I think, I found out about the United States Association for Blind Athletes. And I found out about running track and powerlifting and cycling and shot put and goal ball and all these different activities that blind people could do. And that was really, oh my God, it was just a brand new game for me. Now I will say, I had a friend that my biggest supporter when I got blind. And he always, every time I saw him, he would say, hey, I signed you up for this, I signed you up for that. So in 1972, he signed me up for martial arts. And in 1974, he signed me up for Miss Black St. Louis contest. So he was my biggest champion, I guess you'd say. I met a lady named Lauren Lieberman, and she started telling me about campabilities, all these different camps. She would tell people about them, and so throughout the parts of the United States, they would have these camps for blind children to teach them how to play sports safely, competitively, or just for fun. And after being around her for a week, I decided, what do you have to do to get it started? She told me. And I came back to St. Louis, and Mr. Barney at the School for the Blind let me hold the camp there for a week. One of the ladies became president of Missouri Council of the Blind. And she came up with the idea of putting Wilma over sports and recreation for MCB, and that's my niche. I don't want to be president, I don't want to be vice president, none of those things. I want to stick with sports and recreation. So I get to plan all these activities for us to do. And I go to this thing with MEMA, Missouri Institute for Meaningful Aging, and there's a lady that does, during our conferences, she does chair exercises. But I always had to ask the lady next to me, what is she doing, what is she doing? So I'm always like 3 steps behind everybody. And I started doing it myself at home. And then I thought, oh, I like this. So I started doing it with seniors, myself, and I know how to be more explanatory because we are blind and we have to do it our way. So that's how I got started doing that. This is my second time being down here with Debbie, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I love doing it. It's so much fun. I mean, sometimes I find myself thinking about, okay, what songs am I going to play this time? And maybe at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep, I start thinking about the music, and I'll make me a music list. And so 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the kitchen or in the living room, and I'm doing different little steps and playing music and stuff, so I can play it, so I can have it ready for when I'm coming down to visit with Debbie. Take life and live it. Live it to the fullest. Don't let anything or anybody stop you.